He better take advantage of planning and zoning, parks and rec.
It's really good to see folks. Just have to walk away. Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. Good job.
Softball's Harvard House tonight.
I know.
It's so much I'll be in trouble.
To put it even there, to remember.
Right, Bob.
Well, when they just
Check the other
ran
things.
through,
Yeah.
anything interesting to do. No, there's nothing. I got a 507. You like that's the hard part.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't
Bob can be here. I don't know. I'm surprised he's not by now.
Was he out in sympathy or?
It's not good.
3 days. But it's good. This will be our third year. It's
I just wait for the top.
So you leave?
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. Maybe a bike
Bet you do.
Not that I ever.
Well, I guess we used to live with the teachers. Teacher has 20 days. That's what it was.
Catfish baby, that's big. Oh, no. Just be full of bites.
Did you notice Henry's dress? How he looked?
No, I didn't. He wasn't in here when I came in.
Do you remember me telling you that? We have to live up to Henry's level.
For sure.
I did mine.
Yeah, that was just for swearing in.
They play like RSS till like 2:30. And roll on.
We'll get you trained yet.
See, the last time I asked him.
It takes a while.
I was gonna say, probably is a tough test.
Yeah, it'll take a while. Slow learning.
I asked him that. Actually, the old gentleman, mini birds.
I never know whether I'm going to be in khakis or jeans or depending on what I'm doing for the day, so it's not a big deal to me. Just was not tired of it. I never even left the office.
It's pretty comfortable.
They stink really bad.
My office is in my shed.
Nice, sweet.
It's not the
You don't have to report to anybody in your shed, do you?
Oh, yeah.
What they were doing, they were bootlegging. I thought, what's your I know. It could have been bootlegging.
That was some nasty stuff.
Something. Two things I did understand honestly, something for the candy is no, they don't have some that company have damages that they do. That I could say, us, why are we paying utilities?
I don't know. It's a good question.
But I'm gonna ask those two things.
Yeah. I would think
So
that
this
they would
just
pay the utilities.
citizen.
They're paying $200 a month, right?
Well, it's
And the
not-
city
yeah, they're paying
pay
utilities.
utilities.
I'm just curious.
Right, more.
Yeah.
I don't know how often they cycle off.
So ours would be probably the same, wouldn't it?
Every
Ours
couple
a
of
year.
years.
This wasn't ours yearly. What it said?
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and
Yearly
start
appointment.
here. They stay.
I'd like to call the May 2nd meeting of the Boonville City Council to order. At this time, I would ask everyone please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Henry Hurt, as well as a prayer.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Heavenly Father, we come again this evening just to say thank you for another day. We ask that you would give us the insight to make the best decisions for this council tonight. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Henry. And the first thing, order of business is the swearing in of Councilman Henry Hurt from Ward 4.
I want to expel any rumors before we get started. I'm not drunk. I have vertigo. I haven't had a drink, but it feels like it.
That's too bad.
Okay, you ready? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I possess all the qualifications prescribed,
that I prescribe
that I possess all the
that I
qualifications
possess all the qualifications prescribed
for the office of which I have been elected by law,
for the office of which I have been elected by law,
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and of the state of Missouri,
and of the state of Missouri,
the provisions of all laws
the provisions of all laws
of this state
of this state
affecting cities
affecting cities
of the third class,
of the third class
and the ordinances
and the ordinances
of said city,
and said city,
and faithfully demean myself
and faithfully demean myself
in the office
in the office
of which I have been elected
of which I have been elected
of the city of Boonville, Missouri.
of the city of Boonville, Missouri.
Congratulations, Henry. Nice to have you back.
Thank you very much, Teresa and Henry. Roll call.
Hurt,
Here,
Carter,
Here.
Ehlers. Here. Dorman.
Here.
Stock.
here,
Venable.
here,
Meadows. Here. Beach.
here.
Hearing of citizens' comments at this time. If there's anyone in the audience who would like to make a comment, we ask that you go to the microphone and state your name and what ward you live in, and then you have 5 minutes to make a brief statement.
Hello, my name is Garrett Fuller, and I am of Ward 4, and I'd like to introduce myself today. I am a student journalist at Boonville High School for the Pirate Press, and my sponsor, Mrs. Abby Courtney, was contacted about a month ago by a local radio station, KMZU, out of Carrollton, Missouri, and they would like for me to report on all of the city council meetings here in Boonville, Missouri. I took her up on the deal, basically, and said that I would do it. A couple meetings ago, I was here, so I will hope to be here at every city council meeting to report on it, and I will be interviewing some of the city council members here today. A little bit about myself. Outside of journalism, I own my own business, Garrett's Websites. You all have probably not heard of it, but and also being a journalist, I interned at the Boonville Daily News here in Boonville, Missouri, and this is my second internship for KMZU, basically. So that's about it for me. I just wanted to introduce myself so that you all know who I am. So,
Okay.
thanks.
Very good. Nicely done, Garrett. And actually, we do know who you are. Dr. Jim Gann has talked about your business occasionally, so we do know your business. Any other comments from the public? If not, we'll move along to approval of the minutes of the April 18th council meeting. You've had those in your packet to read. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? Seeing none, we'll move along to consent items, which we have none. Presentation of accounts and claims. Teresa, when you're ready.
Ordinance appropriating money. Be it ordained by the Council of the City of Boonville as follows. Section 1. For the purpose of paying salaries and various accounts against the City of Boonville, which have been allowed by the Council at the regular meeting thereof on May 2nd, 2016, this sum of $481,187.86. General Fund, $138,346.28. Sanitation, $29,867.98. CIP tax, $38,239.62. Waterworks, $80,993.87. Capital projects, $123,856.96. Wastewater, $41,397.79. Tourism, $4,186.46. Gaming, $11,899.30. Parks and Water, $12,399.60. Section 2. The accountant is hereby authorized and instructed to draw checks on the respective city bank accounts in favor of the persons whose salaries and accounts have been allowed as above, amounting to $481,187.86, being the total amount of money above appropriated. Section 3. This ordinance shall take effect and be enforced from and after its passage. First reading on May 2nd, 2016, read for the second time this second day of May, 2016, since a copy was made available prior to the meeting.
Second reading, title only.
Ordinance appropriating money.
Mayor, I move that we approve this ordinance.
Thank you, Becky. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Morris, thank you. Questions or comments? Roll call.
Hurt.
Yes.
Carter.
Yes.
Ayers.
Yes.
Dorman.
Yes.
Stock.
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Meadows.
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
Moving along to unfinished business, item A, second reading of bill number 2016-013, authorizing sewer system refunding revenue bonds, series 2016.
Just for informational purposes, I do have the entire document with me if you want to review it. An ordinance authorizing the issuance of $1,345,000 principal amount of sewer system refunding revenue bonds, series 2016 of the City of Boonville, Missouri, and authorizing certain actions and documents prescribing other matters relating thereto.
Okay. Earl, did you want to say anything additional on
Yeah, I'll
this?
just have one.
Okay.
The final savings changed only very, very modestly, and they show up on page 34, bottom of the right-hand column. That's over the life, and you can see it's extremely back-end loaded because we took upwards of 4 years off the schedule. But so it's a overall savings for the period of $331,818. So probably worthy of us doing so.
Any questions, Morris?
No questions.
Okay. Did anyone want to see the entire document? No? Okay. Well, we won't need to get that later. Later, okay. I thought probably this was it in the packet, but obviously not.
There are 4 or 5 other attachments, which range from 3 to 12.
Wow. Do I hear a motion to accept this ordinance? Morris?
Mayor, I make a motion to be approved.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Whitney seconds it. Additional questions? Roll call.
Hurt.
Yes.
Carter.
Yes.
Ayers.
Yes.
Dorman.
Yes.
Stock.
Yes.
Venable.
Yes.
Meadows.
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
Item B, second reading of bill number 2016-007, changing rates to be paid for water and water services.
An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri, amending the Code of General Ordinances, Section 21-157A4C, changing rates to be charged for water and water service, providing an effective date therefore, and repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to be approved.
Morris, okay. Ned?
Could we deal with both of them at the same time, or do we want to do it separately?
Well, since they're listed separately, let's do it separately.
Okay, I would second Morris's.
Thank you. Questions or comments?
One comment, very quickly, whoever produced this review of how these rates work was very, very helpful, and I am very grateful that they did that.
That would be Teresa.
Teresa, thank you. Why am I not surprised it's you?
I think she lived this for many years.
Yes, yes.
It's very good. Any other questions or comments? Roll call.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Ayers,
Yes.
Dorman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
Item C, second reading of bill number 2016-008, changing rates to be paid for wastewater service.
An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri, amending the Code of General Ordinances, Section 21-148D3, changing rates to be charged for wastewater service, providing an effective date therefore, and repealing all ordinances in conflict with this ordinance.
Do I hear a motion? Susan? Okay. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Someone down here. Becky.
Second.
Becky raised her hand, so I'm going to recognize Becky. Questions? Here again, we've got a very good outline for folks who have questions about their sewer rates, which there are a lot of those folks. Roll call.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Ayers,
Yes.
Dorman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
New business, item A, consider street closure and parking restriction request for Saints Peter and Paul Home and School Field Day event. You have a notification that was passed around the neighborhood for the proper notification of neighbors, and you have a map showing what area will be blocked off.
Janelle Drummond is also here to answer
Yes.
questions.
And we have a representative from Saints Peter and Paul who would be glad to answer any questions. Janelle, is this basically identical to what's been done in the past? Okay, so no changes. We've done this before. Ned?
I move we approve.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Whitney. Any further questions, comments? Roll call.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Ayers,
Yes.
Dorman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
Item B, consider Resolution R 2016-07 approving an agreement with Stockman Construction Corp. for concrete street repairs 2016.
A resolution of the City of Boonville, Missouri, authorizing an agreement between Stockman Construction Corp. and the City of Boonville, Missouri pertaining to concrete street repairs 2016, and providing an effective date therefore. Whereas the City of Boonville has solicited and received bids for this project and determined that Stockman Construction Corporation represents the best bid pursuant to the purchasing code set forth in Section 2-20 of the City of Boonville Code of Ordinances. Therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Boonville, Missouri as follows. Section 1, that a certain agreement between Stockman Construction Corporation and the City of Boonville, Missouri relating to the concrete street repairs 2016, a copy of which is marked Exhibit A, is attached hereto and made a part hereof, is hereby approved. Section 2, that the city administrator and the city clerk are hereby authorized to execute and attest said agreement on behalf of the City of Boonville. Section 3, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage and approval, passed this second day of May 2016 by the City Council of Boonville, Missouri.
Do I hear a motion that we accept this? Becky?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thanks, Vanessa. Okay, I think Earl has a few comments he wants
Yeah,
to make.
in terms of the numbers on page 43, they're a little bit, of course, you see is 590. We'll be deleting a certain piece of work yet to be confirmed, although they have an idea to get the number down to right near 500 even, which is where the budget needs it to be. We'll have another bid coming in pretty soon on the slurry seal and chip and seal projects, which we guess to be about 100, so our total budget's about 600.
Any other questions? Roll call.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Ayers,
Yes.
Dorman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
Okay. Item C, first reading of bill number 2016-014, amending the C2 Central Commercial Zoning District.
An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri, amending the list of permitted uses in the C2 Central Commercial Zoning District.
Okay. And I think Dr. Gann will be speaking to this in his report about the need for why we're doing this. Item D, first reading of bill number 2016-015, authorizing the amendment of the lease assignment of the Katy Depot with Missouri Department of Natural Resources.
An ordinance of the City of Boonville, Missouri, authorizing the mayor to amend in writing the lease assignment of the Katy Depot with the Missouri Department of Natural Resources and to thereafter execute a contract to sublease the Katy Depot to Champion Bicycles LLC.
Okay. Reports of standing committees. Park Board, Becky?
It was a short meeting. The minutes are there in the packet. A little bit of an update on Project Pele and Hill Ridge. So if you have any questions.
The golf course comment that was made, has that been committed? I don't remember any of us
Which comment?
having item C,
Okay.
Hale Ridge status report. Reported that currently the city will take possession of the golf course on or about July 5, 2016. That's done? We voted on that?
We didn't vote on it. That's just when they're going to turn the property over. They will be closing the golf course in their use at that time.
There has been nothing definitive,
Oh,
Okay.
so
well, it read like it was done.
that's right.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right. Unless you vote on it, it's not going to happen. So, I think as you followed the Hale Ridge and the Project Pele, there's a lot of things change on
Yeah.
almost a minute-by-minute basis, so please.
I feel, I'm healed.
Okay, you're okay now. Okay. Any other questions? On the Parks Board? IDA and MFA, Kate? Anyone have any questions? Reports of standing committee, or report of city officials, excuse me, city administrator.
Don't have anything further.
Okay, Mayor. In your packet, you did have your committee appointments, and those are for 1 year, and that does start effective yesterday. So those are the meetings that you're assigned to, and we hope that you can make it. I think it helps to keep lines of communications open between the committees and the council. So, and I did also include a list of the times and meeting dates, so hopefully you can make all those. I also passed out some additional committee appointments. I'm still working on that. I've got 2 or 3 left, but I would like for you to look at those and possibly approve those this evening. Morris?
Mayor, make a motion that this be approved.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I second.
Thank you, Susan. Questions or comments? Most of our people are reappointments, but we do have, on this list, we do have some new ones. So, in fact, one of them is here this evening. Betty St. John is here this evening, and she's going to be a new member of the fire board, so we thank her for doing that. So, you may have noticed she attends a lot of our meetings, so she's a faithful person. So, there's a motion and a second on the floor. Roll call.
Hurt,
Yes.
Carter,
Yes.
Ayers,
Yes.
Dorman,
Yes.
Stock,
Yes.
Venable,
Yes.
Meadows,
Yes.
Beach.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. City Councilor?
Just wanted to mention, we have 2 new city limit signs going up by MoDOT this week on Highway 87 at Jackson Road, and another on Highway 98 at between Jefferson and Orchard.
Okay. Thank you very much. Economic Development, Dr. Gahan.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Good to see you. My report begins on page 60 of your packet, and I'll begin by addressing this request for zoning expansion. It's difficult in layman's terms, well, a difficulty that I have in determining the ordinance is that it is allocated by industries rather than process. So if the industry itself is not listed, but it's substantially similar to another industry, is it in or is it out? And these situations have come up several times asking appropriateness of our zoning. And so in discussions with the city planner and the city administrator, one attempt to broaden that somewhat and be more definitive in what we're able to tell a prospective industry was to add industries to the list, and that's what we've attempted to do. As you'll note, as is noted in the ordinance, the last time any of these were changed were in 1984. So that's what we're attempting to do. I'm sure that something will come up that isn't on the list, and we'll have to phone a friend. I'll have to phone my friend to get some direction. But that's what's behind that. I'll direct your attention to item 2A, Project Tito, which is a project from the Missouri Partnership. We are still in that. There's been a period of time where there hasn't been much activity, but the state of Missouri, you see item 2A2 there, the state of Missouri had some difficulty in exchanging non-disclosure agreements with the prospect, so that there was a delayed period of time. That was the state's issue, but we have had conversation with the company fairly recently, and they're still evaluating their options. So we're still in. Item 2C, Project K. This is a South Korean company looking to establish a presence in the United States. They came here to look at our spec building, and at the time, it was unclear as to what was happening with our bakery. It turns out that this company makes a food product that involves flour. So we have been in quite heavy dialogue about the equipment that is available in the bakery now that the ownership has changed. This product would not conflict with deed restrictions that are on the property. So anyway, that company is planning to revisit the state in June, and we're going to work to set that up. On item 3A, so this is where I'm going to ask for some consensus by you as to process. So this is a locally sourced attraction project, and I have offered a very preliminary package to them that would be an inducement to come to our town. That preliminary package was endorsed unanimously by the IDA. However, it was tentatively offered, certainly contingent to your eventual approval, and they're well aware of that. But also that there needs to be some due diligence done on the company, as well as milestones defined as for performance for the incentives package. We don't have a process set forth between the IDA, you and me about how that happens. So I would like to propose that the IDA do that work on your behalf, do the due diligence, and bring back to you a comprehensive package explaining what we're asking for and why we think it makes sense. So, Mayor, I don't know what you want to do in that regard, but I just need your consensus that that's okay with you.
Any feedback on that? Does anyone have a problem with that? Is that sort of what we've done in the past, Ned, or?
It's been a long time,
Okay.
Mayor, but that was pretty much what we did. I think the only one that separated from that was the boat. You know, the council actually
Right.
turned the project over to us in a vote, but on everything else, we would bring a package to the council for them to review. And I think that's where we got the qualified folks.
And so you can see probably some of the topics that we'll touch on as to why I think the request is justified, and that's in your list there. But anyway.
Yeah, how about this side? Anyone have any problems with the IDA doing the heavy lifting and let us do the easy decision? I don't think so. It sounds like a great idea.
Okay, and Wilbert is traveling this evening. He did plan, he would have been here otherwise, so.
Okay.
Anyway, I wanted to put that forward. Thank you for your consensus on that. I'll direct your attention to page 61, item E, near the top of the page. We do have an announcement that is imminent regarding a site here in Boonville. We're back and forth to work out some details, and there'll be more information to come on that shortly, I think. And then, as was mentioned about the Hale Ridge and Project Pele projects, of how it's very dynamic, so is economic development. And I need you to, well, you don't have to, but below item H there, we have a new project that's called Project Sword. So Project Sword is going to be unique, and we are working now to schedule a site visit. This was a cold call on a company that, so I have to admit this in open court here, is I pride myself in being able to connect A to B to C. And in this case, the mayor did it and called me and said, you need to do this. And that has resulted in an upcoming site visit. So, Mayor, I give you full credit
Thank you.
in public for
I
that.
don't know that I deserve that much credit, but it's great.
I didn't connect the dots, but your
commission
mayor
will be-
did.
Yeah. Can't wait.
So we're working on a site visit. What's going to be unique about this project is that it's going to require the cooperation of Cooper and Howard counties as well as Boonville. So this will be an interesting one to navigate, but I think one that will be worthwhile for us all, and certainly worth the time and effort to put something together. So. On item 5 there on page 61, some good news regarding Heartland Farm Energy that I've reported on before is that they've had an exceedingly successful test with it was with Cargill. Cargill has now ordered some devices themselves and approved any of their growers to use this product, which was a major milestone for the company to overcome. That's largely the integrators not approving the product for use by the farms has been the biggest roadblock to this product taking off, and at least in the case of this integrator, that's been overcome.
Great.
Item 6, I did spend some of the economic development budget money. The port on some gathering some data and a report to support the port. There's too many ports in what I just said. But the Port Authority has hired a person by the name of Jim Upchurch, who is a consultant. It turns out that about 8 years ago, I worked with Jim Upchurch with my University of Missouri hat on, and Jim is the president of the Port Authority in Lewis County, Missouri, which is the second county down from Iowa on the Mississippi River. Jim has successfully attracted multi-millions of dollars worth of private company investment to his port on the Mississippi, and he is now working as a consultant to our Port Authority. The Port Authority, as I understand it, has acquired additional lands and is trying to reinvigorate that. So we supported them by way of buying some data to support the attraction of businesses there. So just for your information. On workforce development, I keep reporting that we're so close on our certified work-ready community, and we just cannot summit the mountain. But I did enlist some support from the Central Missouri Workforce Investment Board and Evan Melkersman to help me, and they both pledged that they should be able to to push me up over the mountain, so that'll be nice. And then lastly, on page 62, there's a number of items where we've been in discussions with Ameren. One thing that I proposed is item 9A1 there, which is a vehicle charging station. As I reported to you before, KCP&L is putting in 1,000 vehicle charging stations in the greater Kansas City metro area. I think it'd be cool if one of those electric car owners could make a day trip to Boonville and have a place to plug in while they're here. Had an exceptional conversation with Ameren. It turns out that they're right. They had just received approval through their corporate entity to begin a project of deploying charging stations, and they had kind of thought to themselves that they would start in St. Louis and work towards Boonville, but he said, there's no reason we can't start at the other end. So, I don't know where that will take us. There's many details to be worked out, but anyway, that was a positive discussion. So, are there any questions I can answer? Thank you so much.
Sounds like you're busy. City Clerk, Teresa?
I have nothing tonight.
Okay. Miscellaneous.
Mayor,
Yes, sir.
you know, there's a lot of days that there's grand openings and things, and I can't attend because I'm at work. But I think it was last week before last, we went up to Blooming Hills and got some flowers and came back, and we just happened to look over at the Katy Bridge. And I told my wife, with all of my stumbling, I said, we need to go look at that. And it is amazing, and the people that were on it were really excited about it. And so I just want to say to the group that's been spearheading that, and it's been years, you know, that they've done a wonderful job. I had no idea. We got to see some big fish, and it was just, it's nice. It's a great start.
Yeah. I went down there either Friday or Saturday night about the time the sun set, and there were 40 people there. I counted 40 people. So, and I didn't know one of them.
Good.
I don't know one of them. So, yeah.
We didn't know anybody, but after we got finished,
You did.
my wife talks to everybody. And somebody knew somebody she knew in California, and
Yeah.
it was.
A nice community outing.
It is.
Yeah, good. Any other miscellaneous? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Whitney, I think.
Aye.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.